This is a Friday morning here upon the Derricks. Go to the market to get your groceries, get your veggies, God knows what else. You get a bargain, or you get shagged by the vendor. Not talking about that today. I'm going back to the family who live in the woods. Those people, a family, I think they're British or Australian, have decided to go off grid, say like this, and they have 3 kids. They live in the countryside in the woods in the town region called a Bruxelles. They may not have all the comforts of modern day life, and I think due to a intoxication of mushrooms, as the so-called mainstream mass media, locally or nationally, has mentioned this, kicks off an investigation by the social services. And then you got the carabinieri and the social services taking away the kids and putting in temporary foster. This is all based on a court order which the judge had issued, basing on all the lies which the social services in the area has been saying. And they say they don't have access to the services, they don't go to school, and they say because these kids are isolated, they don't socialise with other kids. And the fact is they don't go to school, as another motive. But it's legal here in Italy, like many countries, homeschooling. The only thing is you have to, at the end of the school term, give a state exam, okay. And they're not your usual poor people. The parents of these kids are very educated, and even the kids as well. They are educated from homeschooling. And you've got these kids in fostering with their mum, which has to sleep somewhere else. Dad, they haven't allowed them to see the kids for some motive. We're not talking about these kids have been neglected, kids being beaten up, or live in absolute poverty. There's a sinister thing underneath this, in this story, because you don't follow the narrative the government you must have. By force, live a life like all other people, internet, go to public schools, eat junk food, and follow all the narratives which the state wants to impose you in a certain way. And that's why they probably took away the kids of these couple. These kids are very respectful, very bright, in the sense of how they've been educated, and so on. And this is the tip of the iceberg of a problem here in Italy when it comes to taking away kids or putting disabled people or elderly people who can't defend for themselves. There's always nominated a tutor or trustee, which should really tutor their interest in their name, which they don't. They are there. If they got money, if they got a house or anything else of value, they're there to take everything away. And practically they're ruining the lives of these people. When it comes to the so-called Bibiona I've been a whatever place somewhere in what do we call it, in Italy, Emilia Romagna, the scandal of false fostering, because the social workers, they made false accusations, which in the end never proved. These kids were in difficulty. Their family environment wasn't adapted for them. It's all the other way around. It was all perfect. It's a business to foster minors, which comes out of taxpayers' money. I find this an astonishing how much the state pays for each day a kid is in care. We're talking about €300 per kid. Don't you think certain subjects will be interested in turning into a business? It's a business. To take away kids from their family when it's not necessary. Was it more better keep them there if they're not in danger in a certain way? So it's a legit. The kids of today, you go to schools which you don't learn nothing. Kids on early age with a mobile phone, social media and stuff like all day long, eating shit, living in a very unhealthy environment, speaking, which they profess themselves. The style of modern day life is not adapted for the health of for people. But when people go off grid, you become a hypocrite, because they live a more healthy life. They don't have access to public water. They don't pay local taxes and stuff like that. This is the issue, and it goes to show they can take away your kids for any motive here in Italy they choose to. And all the bullshit they invent to do so is legit. Because it's a system. So much time throughout the decades it has existed. It's a world apart. It's a world which no one wants to talk about. Whistleblowers, like I mentioned, Mabina, or that place in Emilia Romagna where kids were taken away on false accusations of the social services and social workers, which ended up in front of a judge. I didn't know how that went, but it suddenly went all silent. There was no more attention about these things. How many cases there are like a family who live in the woods in Abruzzo, or like I mentioned before in Emilia Romagna, kids taken away on false accusations. They are kids kidnapped by the government. State kidnapped, they call it. In the name of what? In the name of business, in the name of a certain wokey ideology. Mind you, there's always the wokey lefties, liberals behind these things here in Italy. And they think they know more better than you how to educate your kids. When most of these people are young, they haven't even got the foggiest idea what it means to educate kids, bring them, raising them and all that stuff. Probably the fact they want to destroy the middle class as a part of society. They want to make your kids more stupid, more sick, more dependent on the state. Like this, they eliminate the old generation because I know the older generation will kick back when they want to impose their narrative on the population. And it's more easier with the kids today to brainwash them. They believe any shit what they see or hear, whether it's on the telly, whether it's on the web, or anywhere else. It's all about an agenda. And it's that little small agenda narrative is a part of a big thing. Agenda 2030, the Great Reset. They are destroying the society, which they created years ago to make us all sick. We are the slaves of paying taxes for them. We're consumers which buy things and 5 minutes you have to throw away. This is the world today. And that's what it has become. And they profess to be more greener, more ecological. If you dare to be, they punish you in this way.